Okay, the first poem we're talking about is 400 Meter Freestyle by Maxine Kuhlman. Okay, first thing you look at when you look at this poem and you see it visually, what do you see about its structure? Concrete poem. It looks like what? Swimming, going back and forth and down and back and forth. Okay. What literary device is used frequently in this poem? Alliteration. The definition of alliteration is what? Repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of a word. Correct. Give me an example in the first line of a repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of a word. There's two. There you go. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 words in the first line. 4 of them are alliteration. Good. Give me another one in line 9. Scoop, scoop. Can you use the same word for alliteration? Yes. Okay, there's others. One of the questions on the homework was to find examples of alliteration, correct? Line 25. Yep. There's others. We all kind of get line 57. Plum pumps. Yep, there's lots of them. All right. What is the audience, what is the person who's watching this race watching for? Technique. Why? Because if they get tired, they're going to start to not swim well. They don't swim well, then their form falls apart because they're getting tired, and then they don't win. Are there any military references in here? Line 41 and then to 45. I like how they count each letter as a line too. So like the is 3 lines, but okay. His arms are steady at the catch. His cadent feet tick in the stretch. How does that sound like a slight military reference? Jay?
Because sometimes military personnel march in a beat.
So cadence is a beat, right? So it's talking about the beat of the feet, okay? Why would you think they would use military references when they're talking about this poem? Okay, so swimming. Is there any variation in your swimming style? You want to do the same thing over and over again, right? Okay, you're trained to do one thing. You're trained to swim, you're trained to do your flip turn, you're trained to come back, swimming, like it's the same thing over and over again. The military trains you to do things like without even really thinking a lot, where it's just like, I'm going to do this, like this is how we do it, and that way your training kicks in. Okay, that includes like marching. They teach you to march not because they want you to march in a straight line for the most part. They're teaching you to march in order to get the beat, get the rhythm, and to do something without thinking about it. Good? I did not just say that the military doesn't think. I said that they want you to be trained well. Good? Okay, flip, bodybuilders. When we look, what's the first thing that we notice about this? What looks the same? Stanzas look the same. Good. Okay, how many stanzas are there? Clayton. How many lines in each stanza? Patience. Good. Okay, is there a rhyme scheme?
Yes.
AJ, what's the rhyme scheme of the first stanza? A-A-B-B. Okay, the first 2 lines rhyme, the next 2 lines rhyme. Okay, if you look at the next stanza, it goes C, D, E, F.
Would that be a couplet?
So it goes A, A, B, B, then C, C, then D, D. I said what I said, C, D. You're right, sorry. So it goes C, C, and then D, D. Good? And the last one would be E, F. Excuse me, I'm doing this wrong. E, E, F, F. Thank you. Sorry, there's people screaming outside the door because... Not going to say anything. Smiling. Okay. What is humorous about this poem? The end rhymes, okay? Is this a poem in favor of the wonderful art of bodybuilding?
No.
No, it points out like it looks kind of silly up on stage. Once again, I'm not making fun of bodybuilders. I'm simply saying that this author says it looks kind of silly. Because I'm too afraid to make fun of bodybuilders. Which, when you think about it, probably a good life skill. Understand who you can't beat up and don't make them mad. Okay, so we've talked about alliteration, the humorous. Okay, question number 9 on your homework. Love this question because it deals with poetry and structure. The form of the bodybuilders contest is very controlled. In what ways does this form fit the subject of the poem?
I said it fits the form because, like, when he does his poses, he has to be really controlled, so he flexes all the muscles.
And how is that like our poem? The poem is very controlled. You are correct, absolutely. This poem is very traditional. It has rules. It follows a specific order. I mean, obviously, if you're going to be a bodybuilder, you have to work on all parts of the body, and you've got to make sure the whole muscle groups are when they lift, you guys do lifts, but they work on each individual muscle group. So they change different, there's 500 different ways they do bench press in order to work on each muscle group to make it huge and swole. Okay, we good on that?
Yep.
Stop.